Hello, my name is Tamara Haskin, and I'm coming to you from Berlin, Germany by way of this video. Like many of you, Lloyd was a very dear friend and longtime colleague. It's very shocking hearing that someone so dear to you unexpectedly passes away. In the Bible, Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, has some very beautiful words which I'd like to share with you now. To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under the sun. There's a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up what was planted. There's a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up again. There's a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to throw away things, and a time to get new things. A time to embrace, and a time to let go. There's a time to gain, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to give away. There's a time to tear up things and a time to sew things back together again. There's a time to keep silent and a time to speak. There's a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. God makes everything beautiful and everything right in its appropriate time. The Bible goes on to say that there's nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, in his season, and in his time, for that is his reward. My dear friends, let us know today that Lloyd rejoiced in his season and in his time with all of us. He had a time to laugh with some of us, a time to cry with some of us. There was a time that he worked with some of us and he played with some of us. He made time to talk with some of us, and he made time just to sit and just to be there for some of us. He joked with some of us, and he joked about some of us too. Lloyd celebrated with many of us, and sometimes he felt sorrow for some of us. He played and accompanied many of us, and he performed on the piano so beautifully for all of us. Lloyd dreamed with many of us, and he fulfilled his dreams with many of us. He gave of himself, unselfishly gave of himself, and supported many of us. But most of all, Lloyd loved all of us. Lloyd fulfilled a very beautiful purpose in his time and in his season under the sun. His purpose, I believe, was to touch and love all of us. We all had the joy of experiencing his love, his generosity of spirit, his kind-heartedness, and the love that he gave without hypocrisy, without restraint. He made many of us feel so special, like you belonged, like you're included, like you're good enough, you're okay. God made so many things beautiful in Lloyd's time, and we each got to experience a meaningful part of his life. Now I believe it is our turn, it is our season to do as Lloyd did, and to take advantage of our opportunities to love people in our world of influence, even to love the person sitting right next to you at this time. To love them generously, without hypocrisy, without restraint, to make them feel good, accepted, and okay, just like Lloyd did with all of us. To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under the sun. Let us fulfill our purpose to love, just like Lloyd loved you and me. May God richly, richly bless all of us. Thank you.